Go up to where I photographed yesterday, try to capture something there again. This trip was really meant as a way for me to gauge how much clothing and equipment I need for a winter trip, and I certainly need more. Then I'm gonna start to head south down to the heart of Dalarna, where I'm gonna stay for a couple of days. So still a lot of photography to come from here from Dalarna. That's my childhood home. Well, I guess the adventure to Jorgenfelt is over. Well, I just realized that the microphone jack broke, so no more good audio on this trip. That sucks. Fell here. Slipped on the ice there. Hello there. Welcome to a new day. I'm right at the side of a road at the moment, but we're going into a place called Dalarna. I've never been in here before. I've drove past it plenty of times in my childhood, in my youth, because, well, the road behind me was basically the commute from where I lived into the town. So, yeah. But we have completely flat gray skies. So I figured there's no use trying to photograph any kind of grand landscape. So I'm gonna go into this more foresty area, and we're gonna see if we can find anything in here. Hopefully we can. It's always fun exploring, but it's snowing quite a bit. It's gonna snow quite a bit all day. I'm just hoping that I didn't do a mistake by driving the car in here. I won't have any problems getting out. Problems of landscape photography. Bit of a weird location, but I think I'm going to be able to find something because it is interesting. Nothing is obvious, but it is interesting. We have a lot of trees on this slope down towards the lake, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to frame up some trees in a nice way and try at least to showcase that it's on slope down, and we have the white snow everywhere, so it's going to simplify it a little bit. Yeah, I think and I hope that we're gonna be able to get, or I'm gonna be able to get something out of this, because it is interesting. I think I found something. Using a very wide angle, framing with this tree here in the foreground, and then going super wide and including a lot of the trees in the background there, and tilting the camera down so that you get the slope falling down there as well. I think that could work actually, to include the things that are interesting within this scene. It's not an award-winning shot, but it's just a part of my idea of capturing the interesting things of a certain location instead of just going for the views all the time, the big grand views. It isn't the best image ever, but it has some interest, and I think it captures the essence of the location here. Well, that's me done with this location, and yeah. I'll see if we find anything on the way back or in the other direction. If not, we'll drive to another location, and I really need to use this day as much as possible since, well, it's coming warmer weather and the snow is going to start to melt and fall off the trees, so today is probably the last good snow day here. But it also depends on what I'm able to find. Let's go back. It's always a good idea to take a photo of the map when the maps don't really exist on your Maps app. That's what I just did. Let's get into the forest.
It's extremely sketchy hiking here. I don't actually think there is a proper trail here. They're marked out, at least. But from what I can see, it doesn't seem to be any real trail. So I'm just kind of trying to scramble and put my feet in solid ground. There are a lot of round boulders and things, which makes it a lot harder to walk. And it's also snowing, so I don't want to go too far into the forest so that my footsteps won't get snowed over, because then I'm gonna have a lot harder time fighting my way back to the car. And also the ground clearance of the car is kind of maxing out, so I don't want to have to plow through a lot of snow, especially if it's getting warmer and the snow is getting heavier. Yeah, so I'm supposed to come up to a viewpoint, but I'm doubting it as usual. So I might as well try to find a composition in the forest and then be done with it. Also, the daylight is so short now during winter, so I don't want to stay out if it starts to get dark either. Yeah, a lot of things to think about when being out in winter. I'm not sure why whoever marks out these natural reserves and the viewpoints on them should be punished badly, because it's never correct. Yeah, well, it's no heavier. But one thing I'm gonna do is actually to start to head back down again and try to find a composition on my way down, since it is looking really beautiful actually, if you think about it, with all this snow in the forest. Yeah, so a composition or two on the way down, and I'll be happy with this at least. But I think actually quite a bit further down, where it was a little bit tighter with the trees, that was more unique, and there are rocks and everything, and it's a little bit nastier. Let's start to head down. Yeah, let's start to head down. Let's start to head down. The wind is starting to kick up a little bit, and it's blowing the snow off the trees, and then it blows into my face all over me, and oh yeah, so lovely. It's a beautiful, lovely hike, and I know you all envy me for being out in the woods in what turns out to be a faked snowstorm. But well, it is extremely beautiful actually. But I want to go a bit further down into. Oh yeah, no, the trees are throwing snowballs at you as well. Oh yeah, lovely. Oh, just lovely. Ooh, ooh. As I said, I want to go a bit further down because that's where I think I'm gonna find what I want to find. And I'm glad I didn't stay up at the top because my footprints are already starting to vanish. I didn't know more than 10 minutes I walked here, and it's hard to see them right now. So, oh, it might be worse further down. Yep, going down to find a composition. As you can see here, or as you maybe can't see, here my old footsteps are very visible. Not. I found a composition here, I think. It's a grouping of young trees, some rocks, and then we have nice big trees behind. So it kind of becomes a family picture. The young and the old. Hopefully it's gonna look nice. I can immediately see I need to be further into the scene so that I can eliminate a couple of distractions here in the foreground. Oh, my gloves are getting wet. I found a composition behind me here. It's somewhat similar to the last one, but it's better. Yeah, well, it's also an opening, but it has a better distribution of trees and a nicer background. And the thing is, I'm gonna crop it quite a bit from the way that I framed it on the camera. I'm gonna remove a lot of the top and a lot of the bottom. Not 1-to-1, but perhaps like 5-7. That's usually a aspect ratio that I really like for portrait composition. Vertical. And what I'm waiting for now is just for. I'm hoping that that some of the snow and the trees is going to blow down, so it's really going to soften the whole image up and perhaps add a little bit more interest. And I've already grabbed a couple of images when the lens was cleaner, so it's basically impossible for me to get away all of the water drops. So collecting on there, I'm just smudging it out basically. Yeah, so I'm just gonna wait a little bit to see if we could get some of that, the snow falling that is, and then the image is done. I feel I'm stretching my time being out here. I should head back to the car. It's snowing quite a bit, so yeah, I don't want to have to plow through all the snow with my non 4x4 low ground clearance car. Yeah, well, oh, I think I think I'm gonna go out of the forest now. Yeah, it's starting to hail a little bit. It looks like, and the size of the snow and everything is getting bigger, heavier, and wetter, and yeah. I just had to change gloves. I just bought these today, actually. Went a quick into town to look at some new gloves. I felt that I needed it after my experimentation up in the mountains. So Gore-Tex gloves. Yeah, I think it should be an improvement, especially when it's windy. I can have a thinner layer of finger gloves on me, and then I can just put these on when I'm done using the camera to keep warm. I think that's a nice compromise. See what I mean here with the ground clearance maxing out? Yeah. Time to get out of here. Well, the sky right now is just grey, as it's been all day, but now it's snowing as well, and light levels are starting to drop. Honestly, there aren't really any compositions to be had anywhere. There's no light, it's just flat, and it's getting darker, and I can come up with a million negative reasons about the light and the weather right now. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to find anything more today, but there's another day tomorrow, right? So remember to like and share if you've enjoyed this video, and subscribe in order to stay tuned for the next episode.